What's up guys, welcome back to another Destiny 2 video, and today we'll be going over one of the new fusion rifles that came with Curse of Osiris, the Telesto. Just a forewarning, Telesto was a Destiny 1 weapon, so I'm going to be referring to a few things that basically were in Destiny 1 and whatnot, and basically what the changes are now. Alright, so how to obtain this weapon, obviously, it's an exotic, so you can get this through an exotic engram, or if you don't have it, you have the chance to get it from Xur's Faded engram. Let's go over the perks. So that's intrinsic perk, unplanned reprieve, fusion projectiles attach and detonate with the delayed void blast. Battery-wise, you have projection fused, distance optimizations, increases range. Then you have its trait perk, Harbingers Pulse, multi-kills with this weapon, immediately reload your equipped kinetic and energy weapons from reserves. And finally, its grip, you have polymer grip. This weapon's grip is made of lighter material, increases handling speed. Alright, let's go over a summary of this. So its intrinsic perk, Unplanned Reprieve, is basically what makes this gun interesting and different from all the other fusion rifles. Instead of having the bolts like most fusions, it shoots projectiles that obviously have a delayed blast when it attaches to its enemy. In Destiny 1 there was the delay, but in Destiny 2 you can actually attach the projectiles to walls and the floor and stuff like that, and they'll stay there for a short amount of time until an enemy gets near it. It's kind of like a grenade where you can lay it out on maybe a close quarters area, an enemy runs by, boom, they get exploded and they turn into void light and go away. So in my opinion, this perk isn't just great for taking down multiple enemies, because I've gotten plenty of double kills before, but it allows you to hold down certain areas like control zones or heavy ammo boxes in PvP, which is really good, especially if you want to deny that heavy ammo. Considering heavy ammo is going to be coming a lot more often in the March update, this is going to be very, very good. Let's go over the trait perk. So Harbinger's Pulse seems to have changed in Destiny 1 to where it now obviously reloads your holstered weapons from reserves instead of creating orbs on double kills like it did in Destiny 1. I believe this perk is definitely better for PvE engagements, just because if you need a quick reload on weapons, all you have to do is get a double kill and some low level adds and you're good to go. I wish I would have kept it like Destiny 1 where you get orbs on double kills and maybe just added that onto the weapon itself instead of just having your weapons reloaded. If they added that on, that'd be good as well, but I mean, it is what it is. Finally, let's go over the ornament. Now, I know what you're thinking. What does the ornament have to do with this weapon, David? It's a weapon. It's going to fire how it's going to fire, am I right? Well, if you have the Reef of Ruins ornament, you know that the sights actually change from its horizontal, which is the normal way it looks, to more of a vertical thing with the ornament on, which you can see from the gameplay. Obviously, if I play with the ornament on, the sight changes. Personally, I like the original sight over the ornament sight because I feel that it's more open and I can see more, but either one is usable. It doesn't really matter. It's up to your personal opinion and feel. I can use both, but I definitely like the original feel a little better in my opinion. PvE wise, I don't have any PvE footage, but I've seen some players use this weapon in mostly lower level activities, but I've also seen some players use it in the Eater Worlds raid. Being able to have your weapons reloaded just after getting a few low level kills is extremely useful when it comes to maximum DPS. I haven't tested it out, but I would assume it's pretty good for those types of situations. In PvP, this weapon performs fairly well and is quite entertaining, to be honest. It's definitely a close to mid-range weapon. The projectiles can travel far, it doesn't matter, they're gonna attach to something anyway, but it starts getting less accurate, obviously the farther the enemies are away. It's definitely a high risk, high reward weapon, because if you miss a few of those projectiles and it doesn't take somebody down, or if you take too long on the opening up of the charge, I would say, if you're out in the open, you're charging it up and somebody's shooting at you while you're trying to get it off, you could be killed before they even get killed, which kind of sucks. On the plus side, if the enemies are close together, you can potentially get a double kill, which I know in Crimson Days I used it, got plenty of double kills with this thing. It was very hilarious, very entertaining. Finally, my rating is a 7 out of 10. Overall, this fusion completely breaks the meta from that main ingredient fusion rifle class or that archetype or whatnot. It's very versatile when it comes to how you use it as well, whether you want to use it on enemies or holding down certain areas. Choosing your ornament and skin wisely though, because that's going to determine, I feel that determines how well you're going to play, because I like the original sight, that's just me, but I know a lot of people that like to use the ornament and they don't think it really changes the way it works, but the sight can throw you off just because it's different, But I highly recommend pulling this thing out and you will have a blast in the Crucible, guaranteed. Alright guys, if you want to know how to support me, you can go in the description below. There's a video, there's some other stuff you can do as well, like video, subscribe to the channel, all that great stuff. If you do it, I appreciate it. But in any event guys, hope you enjoyed this video. We'll catch you next time.